I'm going to start this week's summary with a flashback back to March 22nd, right as the high pressure that we were enjoying was starting to end. I expect these small grain facets to be a problematic weak layer when we get new snow, but they will eventually heal as well. The week started off warm, wet, and windy, and we got our first indicators that those buried facets are starting to misbehave in wind-loaded terrain features, where we saw shooting cracks and got a couple collapses. The other important point here is that it rained into the mid-elevation band, which helped destroy those weak layers where the snowpack was getting saturated by water. That line seems to be somewhere around 5,700 feet, give or take a few hundred. By Tuesday, the slabs were getting thicker, and we started warning people about the potential for persistent slab avalanches, as these weak layers were now getting buried by slabs up to a couple feet thick. During a heavy round of snowfall on Tuesday night, a couple of D3 natural persistent slabs ran in Wahoo Creek. A couple of our forecasters were investigating the slides, and they remotely triggered a persistent slab from the ridge line. This one was particularly surprising because it ran on a relatively low slope angle, as low as 32 degrees. Another group of skiers out by Skyland had a close call with a persistent slab, where they unintentionally triggered it while the second skier crossed a slope. There's still quite a bit of terrain where the weak layers aren't preserved or the slabs aren't as well developed, but in these areas we're still managing for wind slab avalanches and loose dry avalanches. So looking ahead to the weekend, weather-wise we've got a relatively quiet weekend in store. This is a mixed model point forecast for somewhere in the Flathead range, and you can see we're seeing a gradual temperature increase on Saturday and a little bit higher there on Sunday. The first thing that catches my attention here though is on Saturday I'm seeing a pretty good chance of sunshine in the afternoon. We'll take another look at this is the Whitefish range now. I'm looking at the NAM model, and you can see on Saturday afternoon we've got down here at the bottom we've got cloud cover over the course of the next few days, and you can see a big break in cloud cover on Saturday afternoon. So what that means to me is if we get the sun come out, we've got a lot of loose snow out there on the surface, and April sunshine is going to be warm, and it's going to turn that loose dry snow, quickly moisten it up, and we'll see some sloughs happening in steep terrain if that happens. The other concern is slabs quickly consolidating with the input of solar and warming. We've got a tricky snowpack right now, capable of producing large and deadly avalanches. This isn't the type of snowpack we were dealing with a couple weeks ago. So check our avalanche forecast before you head out, and it's a good time to dial it back.